Hotep, Hotep, Hotep family. Welcome back to the Sankofa Show. I am your host, Terrence. It's been a long day. Well, it don't stop. So, um, today's poem is called Public and Private Schools. I was reading an article today in the Sacramento Bee, and they were talking about how Sacramento's public schools are failing Black children, how they are failing Latino children, how they are failing Pacific Islanders, and so on and so on. And I had did a piece on public and private schools a while back in one of my books, See, Hear, and Then Speak. And let you guys see that, See, Hear, and Then Speak. And I actually read it, got featured in one of the poetry venues in Sacramento, got a standing ovation. Couldn't even say the word. Got a standing ovation with it, and it really ticks me off how underhandedly how they are tricking people of low income. If you can't get them one way, you have to get them another way. And basically, that's telling me, that old saying, there is more than one way to skin a cat. And that's what they're doing. And yeah, it ticks me off. It does. And so, what I suggest is, for a bunch of us, you know, is to do homeschools. I think that will work out for the majority of us, no matter the race, no matter the culture. I think homeschools is the way to go. Um, as far as public schools, I mean, it's like they can only do so much. So you can't put all the blame, on your city or your, the county, the government. You can't do that. You got to do it on your own. And so I know that with public schools, they suspend, they punish the children, you know, um, because of whatever reason. The child may not have any guidance at home. The child may be upset because of whatever. And, from behavior reports to detentions, suspensions, and now you have police officers, that are young and cocky, just coming in there. Some, not all, just coming in there and tearing up the place, trying to make a name for themselves, which is not a good thing. Um, but we can go into a whole nother story about that. But I'm going to read you this poem, Public and Private Schools. Let's get started. And like I tell everybody every time I get on here to read one, I don't memorize any of my poems. And it's hot in here. For some reason, it is hot. Man, God, I'm starting to sweat. It's hot. But it's 92 degrees out here today. June 19th, 2018. It is hot. 91 degrees, 92 degrees. But anyway, um, let's get to it, guys. But I don't like to memorize any of my poems because to me it's not organic. I like to get in there, get it done. It's like I'm reading a fresh new book every single time that I read my poetry. So, all right, let's get into it. What page is it on? It is on. It is on page 57. So if you got the book, turn to it. All right. From my book, See, Hear, and Then Speak. Make sure you guys go out and get my books. From My Thoughts to Your Thoughts, See, Hear, and Then Speak, the book that I'm reading from today. Um, Empty Shells, The Do's and Don'ts of Golf, and The Do's and Don'ts of Golf 2. All right, let's get into it. Private and public schools. Private schools push the so called better. Public schools push for the so called lesser. Private is the minority, public is the majority. Private receives the new, while public gets the old, beat up, and used textbooks that is outdated and never upgraded since the private schools used them 3 to 6 years ago. There's a huge gap I like to call EE, Economics and Education, which starts in your first period class. And with that, that's today's poem. Because you see, what the public schools are doing are, they're leading a lot of kids because the teachers may not care for, whatever is going on, because they're not getting paid enough, or they may not have good benefits, or the children that are coming there are too disrespectful. It could be a multitude of things. And the teachers are just saying, hey, I don't need to teach you anything. You'll grow up in this school, in this world being dumb. And that's not a good thing. You are a teacher. You're supposed to be showing and leading the way, no matter what the child has to say or what the child is doing. Principals can only do so much. They're there just to supervise, but you are the teacher. You are teaching the next generation. I mean, if you're just there for a paycheck, I understand. If you're there to have a paycheck and to teach the children, I understand that as well. Public and private schools. It's a huge gap, very huge gap between that. And it's not a good thing because even if someone is the valedictorian of a public school, it still doesn't add up to someone who is the last person to graduate in a private school. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why the separation when we were all supposed to be equal? Well, I just hope that a lot of us get it together and we start teaching our children what we want our children to learn and not what somebody else wants our children to learn. And I hope the teachers can get what they want: better pay, uh, better vacations, better benefits. Because I'm really on you guys' side because you guys really do hold the key to the next generation, whether it's teaching them from ABCs, to teaching them calculus. All I know is when I look at children and they're coming home from school smiling and laughing, I wonder, sometimes to myself, did they learn anything today? Who was the teacher that was standing in front of the chalkboard guiding them to be somebody for tomorrow? You never know who is in your classroom. You can have the next leader, free world leader in your classroom. You never know. Well, that's going to do it for the Sankofa Show tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the poem. Please email me atttaylor705 at yahoo.com. Make sure that you guys go out and get my books. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. Go pick up my books, like I stated earlier. From my thoughts to your thoughts, see, hear, and then speak. Empty shells, the do's and don'ts of golf, and the do's and don'ts of golf 2. You guys leave a comment. Tell me how you guys truly feel. guys want to be on the show and you want to read your poem as well and tell the people why did you write it, what made you feel the way that you feel about what you're writing about, please come on to the show. All right, Raymond, send me a letter at ttaylor705 at yahoo.com. All right, once again, it's ttaylor705 at yahoo.com. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button for me. All right, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, Hotel.